All right, sup guys? Andy back again with Pittsburgh White Schwartz, bringing you another sick deck tag. Today we got, check it out, some exclusive Pittsburgh merch. This is my deck box for one of the strongest decks in English. Hatsune Miku.
Oh, Project Diva.
I love this deck. I put a lot of work into like trying to optimize this and bring it up to date for 2019, 2020. A lot of deck lists I've seen for this real old school. This is Soundless voice, by the way. It's a very old archetype. Used to be really dominant in the game, but kind of fell off as stronger stuff kept coming out. But it definitely can hold its own still. It definitely fills a niche.
It's like very, very aggressive. It's a very, very all-in strategy.
It's like one of the most aggro decks I've played that's not like just a Soul Rusher.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's just get right into it. So, level 0, I'm running 4 of this Len, 2 of this Rin, and 2 of this Miku. They are all 3,500 oversizes.
It's a very Andy level 0 lineup here.
Yeah, this is the big boys deck here.
Yeah.
The reason I have so many oversizes is because Project Diva doesn't really have, at least in English, we don't have the really good second and third set. But we really don't have a good other way to generate value at level 1. Or level 0, I mean. They don't really have a run. They have a runner, but it's like pay 1, and it's kind of shitty. So,
yeah, pay 1 runner sounds bad.
I think like just trying to win board at 0 and just plus on field is going to be like how you get your advantage at 0. And that's kind of important too, because you want to maul really hard for your level 1 combo. This is kind of like a glass cannon. You're really all in on your level 1, but it can be really oppressive when you get it. So I just want to be as consistent as possible in having a level 0 that lives back to my turn. Also, I don't run a ton of green in here, but I have a green finisher, so that's a good green fix for me as well.
Yeah.
And then some filtering. I got 2 Long Pareo Makos and 1 Hatsune Miku Drop Searcher. This is more of like, Diva's more of like a searching deck, so like the Brainstormer searches and your combo searches your deck too, so that's why I have more of the drop salvages. Because sometimes you get your combo stuck in your waiting room and that's the only way to get it, and it really sucks when that happens.
So you're slanting more towards salvage.
Yeah, I mean, in the games where you don't get the combo off, the change combo, it kind of sucks, and like you got to do what you got to do to get it though. The whole deck's based around it, so it's really important to have the drop salvage. I think maybe even like just 3 drop salvage might even be better, but
hard to say. It's sort of
it,
fulfilling a similar role that you're just slanting more towards what your Brainstormer doesn't do.
Yeah, which is really, really important. I found the deck ran so much better after I added that card. It's crazy. Then I got 3 bad boys. Cogme Len bad boy.
It's Conan. Discount Conan, right? This is the field encore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like Conan.
Yeah.
But he pumps power during your opponent's turn too. It's 500. All your front row music characters get 500.
That's a pretty good effect for a card like that.
Yeah.
Like you expect to kind of, it's already doing disruption into your opponent's turn anyway.
Yeah, I maybe even like this better than the Scry, like in this deck, because this deck really wants a lot of power.
Yeah. Obviously, the Scry in Sunshine is broken, but
in the context of this set, the 500 power is really, really good. Then a little spicy one here, Cogme Len Indigo Fox. He's the newest addition to the deck. When he attacks, you choose one of your other music characters, and they get +1 level and 500 power for each of your other Ren and Lin characters.
Okay.
He needs clock shift, so you can get him into your hand pretty easy.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's just a way to give your characters a level, right? Because you want to sit on them.
I really
as long
wish
as
I
possible.
would have showed the combo first in this one, because the whole level 0 game's really based around the combo. So.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get there soon enough. So.
Here, let's just get there right now. Okay, and then 3 brainstormers. You search.
And then they have
search.
act. They give act power, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter though.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the reason to play Project Diva. These guys, Ren and Len. So if you don't know how this works, when you play this and you play the climax that goes with it, Soundless Voice, hence the name of the deck, you can send this card to your memory and search your deck for this card and put it on your field.
For free. You don't have
For
to
free.
pay.
You don't pay anything. You just fish them out of your deck, put them on the field.
Pay. It's free.
And then he gets continuous 2,000 power if you have this card in your memory. So you turn this into like a 1/1/7/5 when you do that. And then when you use the climax, he gets an additional 3,000 power till the end of your opponent's turn.
Okay, so he's at 10.
So he swings for like
11/5.
He swings for 11/5 and he sits at 10/5.
Okay.
He's like impossible to get over at level 1. If your opponent has an on reverse combo at level 1, they are not getting over him.
Yeah.
Basically, they just have to crash their field into this, and then you do it again the next turn. You do it again the turn after.
But Andy, isn't this bad against bombs? What do you do to deal with bombs?
That's part of the reason, like, this card was here to give the level.
He got here for, like, red bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we have Encore, we have ways to give a level, and then I'm really surprised that, I can get rid of this shit now, that this doesn't see more play. This is like, I added this one in. I've never seen anyone else run this card.
I think this is the thing when I'm playing against your version that makes it so much harder to deal with.
Yeah, so this is a back row assist card. You can rest 2 your characters and scry a card. Usually not that useful. But the reason I run it is the assist effect. The characters in front of her get an extra level and 500 power.
So yeah, it makes them sit at 11 level 2s. Which is like really, really strong at level 1, especially in English. Not a lot that can deal with that.
It sets up, if you can like start chaining Soundless voices, it sets up an extremely brutal board state where you just have like 3 of these on your field and 1 of these behind maybe.
With a brainstormer.
You have like a wall of like 10k, 11k cards that are level 2.
Mm-hmm.
So your opponent either has to just impale their whole field on you.
Yeah.
And just leave themselves wide open if they want to deal damage. Or they have to side you for nothing because he's level 2.
Yeah.
And then it gets rid of his biggest weakness, too, which is level 1 reversers.
Yeah.
Which people are going to be fishing for those against you because they know they're good against you. And then you surprise them with this because no one plays it.
I do think that's wild that not a lot of people play that card.
Yeah, like, this is
It
insane.
seems like such a natural fit for the deck, so...
Especially since you're running blue for Blue Gate, too.
Yeah.
That's pretty much most of it at level 1. I have a couple other cards. I have this Kogami Rin Heat Haze. She's kind of like Aaron from Attack on Titan. Your characters get 1,000 power on your turn.
Yeah.
And then when you play it, you filter. If the top card's a music character, you draw it and discard.
Yeah, not bad.
I don't know, it just kind of helps you get over stuff at level 1 if you need it. Definitely not like a staple, though. And this card, 2D Dream Fever. If you have 22 or less cards in your deck, it mills every single card except the last card.
That's such a Miku card.
It sounds really worthless, but it's actually kind of important because this combo pulls these out of your deck. If you end up in a situation where these are all in your waiting room and you don't have them, being able to like get to a refresh so you can like actually get them back in your deck to pull.
I guess since the deck's so all in,
we're like really all in. That it's just all about hitting this board state. Like this is the deck.
Yeah, the deck is that right there.
This is the deck right here. You pretty much just get a huge advantage at level 1. You just ride that wave all the way to the end.
Yep. That
was kind of the goal here. And big yikes if you don't get it off.
Yeah.
Level 2 is pretty sparse. We got some counters to help keep our Rens alive. Or Len. I always get them confused.
Yeah.
This is it's a 2,500 backup and it's a free fresh.
What's the cost on the free fresh? Pay 1 or?
Yeah, it's just it's pay 2. So
pay
it's
2, yeah.
Yeah, that's like pretty standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like standard, pay 3, free fresh backup.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good option to have. And then Kogami Rin Dreaming Panda. She gets 500 power for each of your other music characters. And Demons of the Dead Hatsune Miku, who you can pay 1 and discard a card to give her an extra 4,000 power until the end of your opponent's turn, and your opponent can't use Encore. So these are kind of just, I have these in the deck just to kind of like bridge the gap between level 1 and level 3. Since I'm so heavy on level 1.
Yeah, so heavy on level 1.
You know, and you don't really have the stock to be paying 3 to like save a Lin.
Yeah,
he gets
or
reversed.
Like, I don't know if Diva has any early plays that are worth considering. Probably not.
They have a really shitty one.
Yeah. That tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like a little bit of a bridge to get me from
Into
level
your
1
level
to level
3s.
3 in case my wall gets broken at level 1.
Mm-hmm.
These are just kind of big, powerful cards to slam down. The ability to turn off their Encore with this is like surprisingly useful too.
Yeah. With more standby decks in the meta, it's not that bad.
I mean, I definitely run more blue than most because I have like the level 1 Miku in there. But this is a really good card. I've liked that one a lot. Then level 3, here is the finisher of the deck. Eternal Sounds, Hatsune Miku. On the turn you play her, when you reverse your opponent, you can discard a card and clock shoot your opponent.
And that's climaxless. I think.
Climaxless, yeah. This is like pretty much the best finisher you have. There's another green finisher off of a gold bar trigger that gives like an on reverse clock shoot as well, but this is also just an on reverse clock shoot. So
yeah,
this having this climaxless finisher allows me to just run empty blue gate to help get as many shot triggers in my hand as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I run this. So you kind of ride the wave at level 1 with your Rins and Lens, and then this is your closer.
Kicks, yeah.
And then a few others at level 3 too. Here's the really bad early play. She early plays if you have 6 or more climaxes, and she has a draw effect too. Yeah, when she's placed on the stage, you draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. And she gets extra power. This card's not very good. I mean,
she has 2 soul.
It honestly could come out.
Yeah.
I probably will take it out, but it is an early play, I guess. But 6 or more in waiting room is kind of tough.
Has 2 soul. Well, hey, you can play that 1-0 to set up for it. Mill your 22 cards.
There you go. But
there's your synergy.
Then all your shots are in your hand, your blue gates are in your climax, your stock. And it's like, well,
yeah.
Great. And then lastly, I got Kaido V3. He heals when you play him. He has another effect where you can pay and discard a card to give him power until the end of your opponent's turn. The set kind of has a lot of that stuff where you just pay a cost, get power till the end of your opponent's turn. That's kind of like a theme in Miku. It's just getting real big.
This is why I hate Project Diva.
Those cards look the same. They're very confusing.
Yeah, every single Project Diva card looks identical to me.
But yeah, he's in the deck because he's a healer, has 2 souls, and is blue.
Yep.
To help fix for
the
blue in the deck.
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Thinking about it more, I actually could probably see myself turn this into another one of these. I think that'd probably be better, but
just add more consistency since.
But I mean, you need to fix for green too because
that's
the deck's mostly yellow.
Mostly yellow, yeah.
Then climax lineup, 4 Soundless Voice and 4 Blue Gates.
And those are empty, right? So I think that's like I haven't seen a lot of Soundless Voice. Let's do this. They usually go for the
bar
combo, yeah. But I don't know, the fact that you're always slamming this card when you're playing this deck, I think just makes the deck so much better. The fact that you're going all in on it makes it really strong. And you have enough blue to play this from hand too. So
yeah, here's my opinion on it. What I found with it. The deck just has a very all-in feel, and to keep up with the more powerful modern-day decks, you really have to just emphasize your strong point and just hammer away with your level 1s. And that's the thing that makes this deck good. It's not the fact that you have a level 3 clock kicker. It's that you just control the board for the entire game.
You generate so much value and advantage at level 1 by having unreversible walls. You bleed your opponent so hard that you can kind of carry that into somewhat mediocre cards at 2 and 3 to sort of fill the gap.
Yeah, I just try to be as aggressive as possible in getting these into my hand. Even if it means I'm refreshing with less climaxes, I'll hoard these.
Yeah.
And I'll happily trigger a blue gate and get one of these into my hand and have 2 less go back, just so I can play this next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got anything else about the deck or?
Not really. That's pretty much it. The deck doesn't really, plus too well other than
on field
through effects, but you're getting all your pluses through being bigger and not having stuff die.
So you are clocking almost every turn. Basically.
You're clocking a lot.
Yeah, in this deck. Don't really have the liberty of stopping clocking, which I think is a theme of older decks in general. You have to kind of keep up hand. So.
But yeah, this is one of my favorite decks in English. I pull this deck out and play it all the time when I just want to play something fun, but I think it is, surprisingly can keep up with some of the stuff today. And if you used to play
brutal, man.
if you used to play Soundless Voice back in the day and wanted to play an updated build of it, like dig those cards back out and like if you've never tried this, give it a shot. It's really good. It'll surprise you.
As someone who sat on the receiving end of it, it can be pretty frustrating to deal with, even with very modern stuff, if you don't have ways to clear them.
Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you're ever in Pittsburgh and want to lose a game of Weiss Schwartz, check out Top Deck Cards and Games on Tuesdays and Heroes Inc. Comics on Wednesdays and Sundays for some Weiss Schwartz. That's when we all meet up and play.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all I got. See you next time, guys.